The marketplace was eerily silent, as if the world had paused to hold its breath. The scent of rain lingered, but no clouds graced the sky. Miri leaned against a weathered stall, her fingers tracing the edge of an old, copper coin she had found in her late mother's keepsakes. She flipped it absently, heads landing up each time. Lost in thought, she didn't notice the stranger until he spoke. "Looking for answers, are we?" His voice was calm but carried an undertone of danger, like a storm brewing beneath still waters. Miri glanced up, startled. The man was cloaked in shadow despite the midday sun, his eyes flickering like distant lightning. Instinct told her to walk away, but something about him rooted her to the spot. She flipped the coin again. Heads. Of course. The stranger chuckled, a sound that felt too familiar. "Playing with fate, are you? Care to see how the game ends?" He extended a hand, palm up, and a deck of cards materialized. The cards shimmered faintly, their edges glowing as if alive. "What's the catch?" Miri asked, her voice sharper than she intended. "Only what you're willing to lose," he replied. A chill ran through her, but curiosity won over caution. She reached for the deck and drew a card. The Wanderer. The illustration was haunting, a lone figure trudging through a desert beneath a blood-red sky. "What does it mean?" she asked, her voice unsteady. The stranger smiled, though it didn't reach his eyes. "It means you're not where you belong. But you already knew that." Before she could ask more, the ground beneath her feet shifted violently. The stalls and cobblestones dissolved into a barren wasteland of endless sand dunes. The copper coin in her hand burned like fire, forcing her to drop it. It didn't fall to the ground, instead, it hovered mid-air, spinning wildly. The stranger was gone. But his voice echoed, carried on the dry wind. "The way back isn't behind you. It's written in your steps." Miri's heart pounded as she stared at the endless desert. The horizon seemed alive, writhing with whispers she couldn't understand. Then, the sand began to shift beneath her feet, as if urging her forward. Reluctantly, she took a step. The coin darted ahead, glowing brighter as it created a faint trail in the dunes. But with each step, shadows began to rise around her, figures with hollow eyes and twisted shapes that seemed carved from darkness itself. "What are you?" she shouted, her voice cracking. The figures didn't speak, but their presence screamed of hunger, of loss. They moved closer, their forms growing sharper with each passing moment. Miri ran, the coin's glow her only guide. But the whispers grew louder, fragments of words clawing at her mind. "Why did you leave us? You abandoned the truth. You don't belong here." She tripped, falling into the sand. Turning, she saw the shadows had stopped, forming a circle around her. From their center rose a figure, a mirror image of herself, but with eyes black as night.